I've been doing this job a long time. And when you go on these international tours, you're like, you start to say, what's the weirdest show we can do? And at the time, this was before The Masked Singer was in the U.S. So it's like they have this show called The Masked Singer, which is huge and stuff because we're doing that show. We have to go do that show.
For years, Ryan Reynolds stood as a seemingly unshakable figure in Hollywood, a comedic force with a bulletproof image and a devoted fan base. His ascension within the Marvel Cinematic Universe solidified this status, transforming Deadpool from a cult favorite into a blockbuster icon. But beneath the surface of carefully crafted humor and a universally adored public persona, a storm was brewing. The recent announcement of a staggering $100 million lawsuit filed by Marvel Studios against Reynolds sent shockwaves throughout the entertainment industry, leaving many wondering, how could the star who redefined a superhero genre and became a symbol of irreverent charm suddenly find himself facing such a devastating legal battle? This isn't just a simple dispute over contracts or creative differences. It's a saga of potentially broken trust, alleged behind-the-scenes manipulations, and the unraveling of an alliance that once seemed destined for cinematic immortality. The question now looms, can Ryan Reynolds navigate this treacherous landscape and emerge from the shadow of these accusations? Or will this lawsuit forever alter the trajectory of his career and his legacy within the superhero universe?
She said, just read it, because I was looking for movies that could be commercial and speak to the human experience. And
Were you reading romance novels?
And I had never read a romance novel.
Never?
And she said, just trust me, read it. So I read it, and by the end of the book, I couldn't even read the text on the page because I was crying so much. My wife was in bed next to me, and she's, I got snot coming out of my nose.
The Marvel Universe was once Ryan Reynolds' kingdom, and now it's the courtroom where his fate hangs in the balance. When the news broke of the $100 million lawsuit Marvel Studios filed against him, the entertainment world collectively gasped. While contractual disputes are commonplace in Hollywood, the sheer magnitude of this legal action hints at something far more sinister than a simple disagreement over terms. A figure that high isn't just about dollars and cents. It's about perceived betrayal, potential sabotage, and a violation of the sacred trust that underpins the entire Marvel empire. But what exactly is at stake here? Is it just about the money? Or does this lawsuit point to deeper fault lines within the relationship between Reynolds and the studio that catapulted him to new heights of fame? Perhaps it involves alleged breaches of contract that threaten the very fabric of the Deadpool franchise. Or maybe, as some whisper, Reynolds is accused of exploiting Marvel's closely guarded secrets for his own personal gain. Whatever the reason, the implications are staggering. The lawsuit doesn't just threaten Reynolds' financial future. It could potentially tarnish his reputation, jeopardize his future roles, and even bring an end to his reign as the Merc with a mouth. As the case unfolds, all eyes will be on the courtroom, as this high-stakes legal battle promises to expose the raw underbelly of the Hollywood machine. It will either be a cautionary tale about the perils of overreach, or a testament to the unwavering power of a studio to protect its brand at any cost.
About a month ago, this really hit home with me too. About a month ago, I was sitting in traffic and I was just like jamming These Dreams by heart. I was killing it in the car. And there was just this busload of high school kids that were parked right beside me. I didn't even realize. I looked over and every one of their jaws were just on the ground, laughing their friggin' guts out at me.
Before the billion-dollar superhero showdown, a quieter drama was unfolding, one that might hold the key to understanding the current chaos. The story begins on the set of a film starring Blake Lively and directed by Justin Baldoni. What initially appeared to be a promising collaboration soon soured, with whispers of creative clashes and power struggles dominating the headlines. Accusations flew back and forth, painting a picture of a tense and increasingly fractured production. But here's where things get interesting. As tensions escalated, rumors began to swirl about Ryan Reynolds' alleged involvement. Was he merely a supportive husband offering advice? Or was he actively pulling strings behind the scenes to influence the situation? Text messages, leaked to the press, hinted at a more active role, suggesting that Lively may have sought her husband's assistance to gain leverage in the ongoing conflict. At first glance, this separate drama may seem unrelated to the Marvel lawsuit. But what if the skills and networks wielded in that battle were also at play in Ryan's dealings with Marvel? Were the same tactics employed, the same lines crossed? Could the Lively-Baldoni conflict be a glimpse behind the curtain, revealing a more strategic, perhaps even manipulative side of Ryan Reynolds that Marvel executives found deeply troubling? This tangled web of relationships and rivalries may just hold the key to unlocking the mystery behind Marvel's shocking decision to sue one of their biggest stars.
Well, that is also accurate and weirdly high praise as well. It was just one of those. It felt like a live-action Pixar movie. It was something that, I wanted to do something where nobody was being stabbed in the face.
Yes.
There was almost no blood at all. I think I got a little paper cut on the movie. That was about it. And something that my kids can watch, but also as a parent, too, you want the parents need to get punched right in the heart as well.
Just when you thought the story couldn't get any more twisted, another voice entered the fray, adding fuel to the already blazing fire. Actor T.J. Miller, a former collaborator of Ryan Reynolds, stepped forward with a series of startling allegations that sent shockwaves through Hollywood. Miller claimed to have witnessed or been privy to communications that suggested Reynolds was engaging in behind-the-scenes strategies that painted him in a less than flattering light. While stopping short of providing concrete evidence, Miller's accusations hinted at manipulative tactics, with Reynolds allegedly attempting to shape negative narratives, not only about Justin Baldoni in the aforementioned conflict, but also about aspects of the production that didn't align with his or his wife's interests. Could these allegations be dismissed as mere hearsay from a disgruntled former colleague? Or did they hold a deeper truth, exposing a hidden layer of strategic maneuvering beneath Reynolds' charming and comedic facade? The implications of Miller's claims are significant, potentially suggesting a pattern of behavior that Marvel may have taken into consideration when deciding to pursue legal action. If proven accurate, Miller's revelations could further unravel Reynolds' carefully constructed public persona and raise serious questions about his conduct both on and off screen.
I was testing for a show that ended up actually getting picked up and doing very well, and I was one of 2 people maybe, and then I get a call from my managers and my agent. They were both on the line, which means it's something serious. Right. Either you got the job or there's something wrong. Yeah. And they said, so you were the choice, but the network said that your eyebrows would be too distracting.
Oh, what?
Oh, no.
And then they went like, so what can we do about your eyebrows?
Beyond the swirling accusations and celebrity squabbles, the heart of this legal battle lies within the fortress of Marvel Studios. A brand known for its meticulous control and airtight security, Marvel fiercely protects its intellectual property and strategic roadmap for the future. The lawsuit against Ryan Reynolds suggests a deep-seated concern that something went terribly wrong, leading to a potential breach of trust that could have far-reaching consequences. The central question now revolves around what specific actions or omissions triggered such a dramatic response from the studio. Was it a blatant violation of contract terms, or did Reynolds allegedly overstep boundaries by leveraging Marvel's confidential information for personal gain or to influence other projects? Rumors abound regarding potential leaks of storylines, undisclosed partnership deals, or attempts to manipulate marketing strategies. Whatever the truth, Marvel's decision to pursue a $100 million lawsuit underscores the gravity of the situation, signaling a profound sense of betrayal and a determination to safeguard their brand from any perceived threat. For a studio that typically resolves disputes behind closed doors, the public nature of this legal action speaks volumes, revealing a level of concern that could potentially reshape the future of the Deadpool franchise and the wider Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah. My relationship with my father, which was very complicated and difficult. My dad was a very, I come from a middle class, kind of blue-collar home, and my dad was just of that generation, where it's just he was Clint Eastwood, less is more. Simple grunts is how he communicated.
Okay, gotcha.
I think people tell themselves stories, and this sort of comes back to your worldview that you just mentioned about.
As the legal battle between Ryan Reynolds and Marvel unfolds, the court of public opinion has already begun its deliberations. The news of the lawsuit sent shockwaves through the fan base, dividing loyalties and sparking heated debates across social media platforms. On one side, a legion of staunch supporters rallies behind Reynolds, dismissing the allegations as exaggerated or unfounded. They point to his undeniable contributions to the Deadpool franchise, arguing that he single-handedly revitalized the character and brought immeasurable success to Marvel. For these fans, Reynolds is an indispensable part of the MCU, and they refuse to believe that he would intentionally betray the studio's trust. On the other side, a growing chorus of voices aligns with Marvel, arguing that the studio wouldn't pursue such a drastic legal action without substantial cause. These fans emphasize the importance of upholding contractual obligations and protecting intellectual property, suggesting that Reynolds may have crossed a line that cannot be ignored. The debate rages on, with each side presenting compelling arguments and dissecting every piece of information that emerges from the ongoing investigation. Amidst the conflicting narratives and passionate opinions, one thing remains clear. The outcome of this lawsuit will not only have significant legal and financial implications for Reynolds and Marvel, but will also shape the perceptions and expectations of fans who have invested their time, money, and emotions into the world of superheroes. In the midst of this high-stakes legal drama, one of the most striking aspects of the entire situation has been Ryan Reynolds' uncharacteristic silence. Known for his quick wit, self-deprecating humor, and active engagement on social media, Reynolds has remained conspicuously absent from the conversation surrounding the Marvel lawsuit. The usual stream of comedic banter, promotional posts, and lighthearted interactions with fans has abruptly ceased, leaving many to speculate about the reasons behind his silence. Is it a calculated move, advised by his legal team to avoid making any statements that could be used against him in court? Or does it reflect a deeper sense of shock and dismay as Reynolds grapples with the gravity of the accusations and the potential damage to his reputation? Whatever the explanation, the absence of his trademark humor and public persona has only amplified the intrigue surrounding the case, fueling speculation about the true nature of the conflict and the potential consequences for his career. The comedic shield that has served him so well in the past now seems powerless against the weight of this legal battle, leaving fans and observers alike to wonder if this silence is a sign of defeat or simply the calm before a storm of legal fireworks. The stage is set, the players are in position, and the legal battle between Ryan Reynolds and Marvel Studios is poised to unfold with potentially seismic consequences. As both sides prepare for what could be a protracted and acrimonious fight, the possible outcomes range from a swift settlement to a drawn-out trial that exposes every detail of their contractual dealings and behind-the-scenes interactions. Will Reynolds attempt to negotiate an out-of-court settlement, hoping to mitigate the damage to his reputation and financial standing? Or will he choose to fight back, vehemently denying the allegations and presenting his own evidence to counter Marvel's claims? On the other hand, will Marvel be willing to compromise, or are they determined to extract a definitive admission of wrongdoing and a public repudiation of Reynolds' alleged misconduct? The answers to these questions will determine the trajectory of the case, shaping the future of the Deadpool franchise and potentially influencing the wider Marvel Cinematic Universe. Beyond the legal ramifications, the court of public opinion will also play a crucial role, as fans and observers alike weigh the evidence and form their own judgments about the truth behind this Hollywood showdown. The possibilities are endless, ranging from a negotiated rebranding or recasting of Deadpool to a full-blown legal war that leaves both sides scarred and forever alters the landscape of superhero cinema. In the end, the saga of Ryan Reynolds and Marvel Studios serves as a stark reminder of the fragile nature of alliances in the entertainment industry. What began as a seemingly perfect partnership, built on mutual success and a shared vision, has devolved into a high-stakes legal battle, exposing the raw underbelly of Hollywood power plays. The swirling rumors, leaked text messages, and accusations of behind-the-scenes manipulations paint a picture of a relationship fractured by mistrust and competing interests. As the legal proceedings unfold, the outcome remains uncertain, but the damage has already been done. Whether Reynolds emerges victorious, settles the dispute, or suffers a devastating defeat, the stain of this controversy will likely linger, forever altering his image and his place within the superhero universe. The case also underscores the unwavering determination of studios like Marvel to protect their brand at all costs, even if it means severing ties with a once-beloved star. As the dust settles, the lessons learned from this tumultuous affair will undoubtedly resonate throughout Hollywood, serving as a cautionary tale about the perils of overreach, the importance of trust, and the ever-present threat of a $100 million lawsuit.